dark chocolate turtle cake, and this is how you make it with a friend.
Okay, so first we're gonna mix the wet ingredients together. It'll be 1 egg. So you wanna crack the egg, make sure not to get any eggshells in there. So 1 egg, 2/3 cup of vegetable oil, and 1 cup of buttermilk. And so we mix this together with a fork. And just kind of whisk it a little bit, make sure it gets really mixed well. So it looks kind of like that. It looks kind of funny because of the oil. But
As your friend does that, you can start mixing the dry ingredients, which would be like 2 cups of flour, and then 1 3/4 cup of sugar, and a 1/2 cup of good quality cocoa. And so it doesn't get like, because sometimes we use like the bad stuff, it pumps a lot. And then still get like name brand, not like store brand, I guess. And then salt. This is like a teaspoon, and then a tablespoon of baking soda. And you mix that together.
while she's mixing that together, I'm going to turn on this double boiler because we're going to need caramels. So we're going to put these individually wrapped, and we had to take them and unwrap them. And so this all have to get melted, but while it kind of takes a long time. So you just kind of have some milk handy, so you can just like mix it together when it starts to boil and when it starts to melt. And while you mix that together, could you please heat the oven?
Oh, whoops.
And I want to make sure while you're doing this, you want to preheat the oven to 350.
And when your friend is working on the caramels and stuff, you can mix together the wet ingredients and the dry ingredients. So just kind of make like a little hole in the dry ingredients and pour the wet ingredients in there, like that. And and when you mix it, don't mix it too fast at first, because it'll the dry ingredients will like puff out because there isn't enough wet in there yet. Because then there's still a cup of coffee that we need to put in.
And a cup of coffee, so we need just 1 cup of hot coffee.
Like it's not like a cup of coffee, like a legit like cup, like measured out.
And the reason we put the cup of coffee in is because it makes the cake moist and it gives it a dark chocolate flavor.
And the stronger the coffee you use, the darker, richer chocolate you will have.
So while she's mixing this, we'll make sure it mixes really well. You want to gradually pour the coffee in after. So while she's doing that, I'm going to check on the caramel. But it takes a long time. So, how's it all?
Pretty good. How about you?
So we're going to gradually, do you want to pour it out?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're going to gradually pour the coffee in. And we want to do it slow because it gets really like watery.
It gets really soupy. And like you'll get kind of like nervous. Like the first time we made this, it was really soupy and we kind of got nervous because it was just so soupy. And usually cake batter isn't that soupy. But then we put it in the oven and it turned out really moist and delicious.
So yeah, it looks really not good, but it is good.
It looks really gross. It's super good.
Just make sure you you don't want to like whisk it, you want to stir it.
Yeah. Because like the faster you go, the more it'll like spill out. And you don't want to make a mess because it takes longer to clean it up. And then that's a longer time you have until you get to eat the cake.
So just keep going. That's a little fast.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
So look how watery this is.
Super watery.
So just gotta keep stirring it. Yeah, I'll keep doing this while she's gonna start getting the frosting ready.
Yep.
So that's all we have to do for frosting.
And you'll have to turn on the wait. Yeah, hold on. Right. Wait, is it on?
No, you gotta turn on.
To what?
Just turn on.
Okay. You need first you put like the sugar, and this is a 1 cup of sugar in there. borrow them. That's what we did yesterday, because we had like half cup left of sugar. I mean, yes. And then, yeah. And then it just helps because then you have all your ingredients you need.
So this caramel,
Oops.
is this really melting yet?
Straight up. Why is your butter so soft, Hannah?
Well, just put a little milk in here, so then it'll probably help it melt better.
Yeah,
But
then it'll go faster.
while she's doing this and that's doing that,
Which is melting.
I'm going to get the pans ready. What you're going to do is you're going to take 3 9-inch circular pans, and you're going to spray them with Cam. Cooking spray. You don't have to put that much on, just a little bit. And then you take parchment paper.
Not wax paper because it doesn't, it like will melt into the pan when you like use it in the oven.
And take a little bit of this. And then you have to just put it in here. And so this helps so that the cake comes out clean really easily. The pan helps the parchment paper stick better in there. Very good. There we go. It's kind of weird. When we first made the cake, when we were doing this, we weren't sure if we were doing it right, but after it cooked,
Yeah.
we were like,
Like you don't, it doesn't really like stick in until you like pour the cake batter in because the weight like holds it in there.
it works better once you pour the batter in. So we look on our caramels. They're not really melting yet. It's getting there, kind of. So while it's still going, I'm going to evenly distribute the batter into 3 of these separate things, pans. Just kind of up there. There we go.
Look at that batter. Batter up.
That was clever from there. That was really clever. So, I don't really. So you kind of want to make sure it's pretty even.
And you're gonna be cooking this frosting. This is the baby food frosting that I'm stirring here. Till it's in a even boil.
So I'm still working on this over here. And so we're gonna be putting nuts on these. So if you're allergic to nuts, you probably would not want to eat this cake or has dairy products. Don't want to eat it if you're lactose intolerant because that wouldn't be good.
Right.
There we go. That batter. Dripping. Okay, and then you kind of want to go like this, so it kind of like pushes it to the edge more. Push down the parchment paper.
And so it doesn't look like have wiggly lines at the ends.
Go around a
Did I
little.
put on high or low? Maddie, can you help me? Is this on high or low? I think I was had on low.
Well, you wanted it there's high.
Oh. It was on like
Ooh, I got chocolate on my fingers. There we go.
So in your kitchen, you should make sure that you have 2 burgers. Usually people have like 4 or 8 or 6, but just make sure you at least have 2.